Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to this discussion where we will dive deep into pressing issues in the Indonesian market, the rapid rise of Chinese skincare brands, and the significant disruption caused by TikTok Shop. Today, we will analyze how these changes are happening, how they impact local brands, and what it means for the future of our e-commerce industry. Have you ever found yourself scrolling through TikTok, watching a review after review of a new skincare product that promises flawless skin? Maybe you've even added one to your chart without thinking twice, influenced by a viral trend. TikTok has revolutionized how we discover and purchase skincare, and it's not surprised that Chinese brands have taken full advantage of this. To make this discussion more insightful, we will first understand the different types of charts used in data visualization. After that, we will analyze the available data on Chinese skincare dominance and TikTok Shop's influence. Finally, we will discuss the implication of these trends and what action we might take as consumers. Before we analyze the skincare boom, let's first understand the different types of charts used in data representation. Charts help us visualize numbers and trends in a way that is easier to grasp. So, here are the main types. So first, we have pie charts. Pie charts, these shows proportion within a whole. We will use pie charts to compare market share between local and Chinese skincare brands in different years. Next is bar charts. These compare different categories. If we had a bar chart here, it would show the revenue comparison between brands like Skinnific, The Original, Scarlett, and also MS Glow. And next one, we have line graphs or line charts. These show trends over time. This will help us to see how search intents for different brands has changed. And the last, scatter plots. These analyze relationship between two variables. If we plotted TikTok views versus sale, we would likely see a strong correlation. Now that we understand these basic chart types, let's apply them to the skincare market shift. So, let's take closer to look at the pie charts and what they reveal. The first chart compares the market share of local and Chinese skincare brands in 2020 and in 2022, highlighting a major shift in just 2 years. In 2020, local brands dominated with 94.3% of the market, while Chinese brands held a mere 5.7%. However, by 2020, the landscape had changed dramatically. Chinese brands surged to 57.2, while local brands dropped into 42.8%. This rapid shift reflects evolving consumer behavior, driven by digital marketing and social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Chinese brands leverage these channels effectively, capturing the attention of younger consumer while local brands struggle to keep up. Next, let's take a closer look at the second diagram, which presents a line graph tracking search trends for four skincare brands over the period from May 2022 to March 2023. This graph provides valuable insights into consumer interest in these brands over time. The four brands included in the analysis are first, Skintific is a Chinese brand represented by the yellow line. Second is The Original. It's also a Chinese brand represented by the green line. And next, Scarlett. It's a local brand represented by the red line. And the last is MS Glow, and it's also the local brand represented by the blue line. From the graph, a clear pattern emerged. The Chinese brands, particularly Skintific, exhibit a sharp and significant increase in search volume at various points in time. This indicates a surge in public interest, likely driven by viral trends or marketing campaigns. The Original, another Chinese brand, also show fluctuation, although its spikes are not as pronounced as Skintific's. In contrast, Scarlett and Anasglow, both well-known local brands, maintain relatively stable search volume throughout the observed period. While they do not experience dramatic peaks, their consistency suggests a local consumer base. However, the data also reveals that these local brands are gradually being outpaced by the increasing popularity of Chinese brands, which are gaining traction at a faster rate. One of the most intriguing insights from this graph is show how search interest aligns with viral TikTok trends. Many of the sharp increases in search volume coincided in periods where influencers or content creators are heavily promoting specific products. This suggests a strong correlation between social media exposure and brand popularity. For instance, past trends have demonstrated how TikTok can catapult certain skincare products into mainstream success. A great example is Barambe's Pimple Warrior, which became a must-have product after gaining widespread recognition on the platform. Other viral products, such as the Original Moisturizer and Scientific Mugwort Mask, have followed similar patterns, going from relatively unknown to in demand almost overnight. This phenomenon highlights the growing influence of social media in shaping consumer behavior. Unlike the traditional advertising platform like TikTok, creating authentic, user-generated content that resonates more with audience. When an influencer or a skincare enthusiast share a positive experience with a product, it can lead to massive search spikes and increased sales as people rush to try out the latest viral beauty trend. What caused this drastic shift? One of the biggest factors is TikTok Project S algorithm, which heavily promotes Chinese products to Indonesian consumers. This has led to viral brands like Scientific and The Original, which have quickly overshadowed well-established local brands such as Scarlett and MS Glow. A line chart tracking search interest for these brands further confirmed this trend. Over time, searches for Chinese brands like Scientific and the Original have steadily increased, while local brands have struggled to keep up. Additionally, Chinese skincare brands leverage aggressive marketing strategies, including influencer endorsements, algorithm driven ads, and strategic pricing to appeal to Indonesian consumers. They are often promoted as affordable yet high quality alternatives, make them irresistible to price sensitive buyers. This Chinese market dominance isn't limited to skincare. It extends to e-commerce platforms as well. Shopee and TikTok Shop, both backed by Chinese companies, play a crucial role in this transformation. If we examine a bar chart tracking e-commerce growth, we can see how TikTok Shop has rapidly gained market share. In just a few years, it has gone from being a minor player to controlling 15% of Indonesian e-commerce GMV, or gross merchandise value, surpassing Tokopedia and nearing Lazada's market share. Why is this happening? The answer lies on TikTok Shop's seamless integration of social media and e-commerce. With each short video format, users are constantly exposed to viral product promotions, many of which feature Chinese skincare brands. The platform's algorithm prioritizes engagement, meaning that the more people interact with a product, it more visibility it gains. This result of a cycle where Chinese products go viral, generate massive sales, and further dominate the market. Shopee, another dominant player, also plays a role in pushing Chinese products. As a subsidiary of C Group, which received heavy backing from Chinese investors, Shopee has strong ties to Chinese supply chains. This allowed them to offer an abundance of Chinese goods and competitive price, further pushing local brands out of the picture. So, what's the problem? What does all of this mean for local businesses and consumer? First, it could be threat for local brands. The threat to local brands is becoming more evident as Chinese skincare companies adopt aggressive pricing strategies and gain high visibility in the market. Their dominant presence intensifies competition, making it increasingly challenging for Indonesian skincare brands to stay relevant. If local businesses fail to adapt to these changes, they risk losing their competitive edge and struggling to survive amidst the influx of imported products. And next one is consumer awareness. Although Chinese products are often more affordable, consumers should be aware of their impact on the local economy. Choosing to support local brands not only helps sustain Indonesia's industry but also contributes to job creation and economic growth within the country. By making informed purchasing decisions, consumer can play on a role in strengthening local businesses and ensuring a more balanced market. Next is regulation and market fairness. To ensure fair competition, the Indonesian government may need to enforce stricter regulations in the skincare industry. Implementing policies such as higher import taxes on Chinese products or providing greater support for local brands could help create a more balanced market. These measures would allow domestic businesses to compete on a more even playing field and strengthen Indonesia's economy in the long run. And the last is adapting to algorithm driven markets. Local businesses must learn to utilize digital marketing and algorithms as effectively as their Chinese competitors. Strategies such as collaborating with influencers, optimizing content for TikTok's algorithm, and offering competitive pricing are essential for staying relevant. By embracing these approaches, local brands can strengthen their presence and drive in the evolving e-commerce landscapes. So, in summary, the dominance of Chinese skincare brands and TikTok shops' rise are not coincidences. They are the result of well executed strategies, algorithm driven exposure, and strong backing from Chinese e commerce giants. As Indonesian consumers, it is crucial for us to stay informed and make conscious choices about the products we support. While competition is inevitable in local market or in global market, we should not let local businesses be completely overshadowed. By staying aware, supporting local brands, and pushing for fair market practices, we can help create a more balanced and sustainable industry. At the end of the day, we as consumers need to be aware of how much we got influenced by social media. So, next time you see a viral product, you can ask to yourself, do I really need this or the algorithm make me think I do? That's all from me. Sorry for any mistake and see you in the next video. Bye bye.